Hello to all my friends in the medical device space. I'd like to share with you a few tips for how we have been doing a really good job of starting conversations, reactivating old conversations, and just trying to stay in front of people, decision makers. I built this campaign and just for you guys to help let you know what we do. That's what our company does. We do nurturing and outreach campaigns, but this is not a sales pitch. This is literally just a value piece of letting you know what's working for us. And hopefully you and your marketing team can integrate some of these strategies. Of course, if you ever do want to reach out to us, we'd love to be there. But if not, this is just my way of kind of saying like, hey, this is what's working. Here's a great strategy that will help you to get through the end of 2021 into 2022 and really just help you and your team stay in front of the best decision makers that'll help you grow your business. So thought I'd go here and go over that with you guys. So I'll refer to it as deal strategy. So we'll go specifically deal strategy. You might have a specific way that you walk people through the customer journey, but I'm going to walk you guys through it here our way. So if you don't know who I am, my name is Mike Swigert. I've written a couple of books. I'm 50 years old and I've been in sales since I was in my teens. I've worked for a lot of big companies and I lose a lot. I think for a presentation I had this past summer, I shared with the group that I've lost over 500 million in bids. To some companies that may not be a lot, but to me it was a lot. Luckily, the math worked out that I've sold a little over 600 million. So, but just as it goes, I've lost a lot. But who is this for? If you guys are, if your business flow is great, if you're having supply chain issues, you can't even deliver. If you are at a point where you have so much business, you don't know what to do with, stop watching this right now, because what I'm about to share with you are ways for you to grow your clientele and to help you grow your business. But if you're at a point now where you're like, we're good, our sales team is amazing, we can't handle any more business, well, then just hit stop, not for you. But if you are in a position that you want to grow and integrate some strategic digital strategies, well, keep watching because I've got some really good stuff for you. What we've found over the last 2 years, and I've been in sales for a very long time, but I started my own business about just over 4 years ago. And we started doing a lot of social media. We were doing a lot of email campaigns. They were working out pretty good, but then the shutdowns happened, and the world kind of got a little crazy. And then everybody and their brother decided that they were going to have an email campaign. They were going to get Constant Contact or MailChimp or Active Campaign. They were going to use some strategy, and they were just going to go, our product is great. Our product is great. Our product is great. Check out what our product does. Check out what our product does. And I think that's I have a friend that refers to that as a techno vomit, right? And people are tired of it. But what people aren't tired of is real value. So if you can realistically show the value and the problem that your product solves, that's where we're going. So the goal of this is to help you develop a system that runs in parallel with what you're already doing. If your team is already out there and you have people making calls and you have people that are actually helping your deal flow along and you're doing X, keep doing that. What we're going to talk about today is something that runs in parallel with that and enhances that. The key word is really enhance, because even in my days as being a boots on the ground salesperson, it was really nice when our clients were getting touched, when I wasn't necessarily in front of them all the time. If I'd gone 2 months without reaching or touching a client, if our company was doing a consistent nurturing campaign, even though maybe my name specifically wasn't in front, our company name was in front of it. I've worked for some pretty big companies, sold some pretty big enterprise projects, 7 and 8 figure projects. But inevitably, I would hit a wall. And inevitably, over the last several years of having my company, we've hit the wall for our clients. So I'm just going to tell you what's working really the end of 2021 going into 2022. And I am a golfer. I'm also an Ironman. So I'm very into systems, very into, what works. So if we look at today as traffic, pitch, and convert, Okay. So traffic, pretty much so. Where are you getting your traffic from? What is your pitch? What is your way to actually pitch the problem that you solve? And then how are you converting someone from cold to warm, from warm to client, from client to being a real cheerleader and someone that's going to send referrals? Guys, it's very common to mess this up. If you're watching this, maybe you've messed up on Google Ads, you've messed up on some charlatans that were trying to do some, some sort of ad or some sort of thing. What I'm talking about today does not cost a lot of money. It really doesn't cost a lot of money. It gets you from unpredictable to more reliable. And I'm trying to get you to avoid the, I always call it the seasons of sales, right? You do a big sales blitz and you prospect, you present, you close, you're maintaining that client, and then the anxiety kicks in because you now look at your forecast and you go, things aren't so great. Guys, in 2022, it's okay to do the top early steps of your sales funnel in a digital way, reaching out to a lot of people and bringing them value before your team even reaches out to them. That is very, very smart. So really, if you think about it from these perspectives, your traffic, what are the three keys to traffic, right? There are traditional, digital, and it needs to be repeatable. The best way to really get that traffic, start out with identifying your ideal client. Identify the best decision maker. Identify the person that most appreciates the problem that your company solves. Is it a surgical room manager? Is it a facilities person? Is it someone in administration? Is it someone in risk management? Who is it that really is an ideal client? And if it's all of them, that's okay too. Build your list. That's where you got to go next, guys. Make sure you have a list of that ideal client. There's so many places right now. Y'all can literally just hit Google and you're going to find 18 places that want to sell you a list. I personally like ZoomInfo. I'm not an affiliate. I don't resell their services. We use them a lot. They tend to have the best. But then I also recommend, if you're going to get ZoomInfo, also run it through an email validation software also, because nobody's perfect. They're phenomenal. But you know what? Just to kind of just make sure that you're not having your outreach going to spam, get an email validation software too. There are different ways that you can create your traffic. Now, y'all probably know ways that you're creating traffic through trade shows or traditionally your salespeople. Maybe you have an inside sales team that's doing outreach, but don't forget about your email, newsletter, text campaigns, phone and voice drops. Those are some really next level things that you can probably tie through your CRM. If you're using a HubSpot, there's a lot of great ways to use HubSpot. We use another software, but if you're using Sugar, Pipedrive, Pipeline, Salesforce, if you're using any of them, there's ways for you to automate a lot of your outreach to that database. Make sure you have clarity of where you are sending them for the next step in the funnel. If you have people cold calling and reaching out to people, probably the next step is a demo or a talk with one of your salespeople. You can definitely do that. That's where we're talking about the pitch. Pitch oftentimes is a dirty word. Please don't think of it as a dirty word. Let's kind of go like, hey, look, pitch is an internal term we're going to use of having maybe a strategy session or a discovery session, whatever you want to do. But what you need to do as a sales leader, you must do as a sales leader, is understand, hey, I'm investing in this traffic. I'm trying to support my team in traffic. What is that next step? And if you think about it, as going through the top of the funnel, and then as we drive them deeper into the funnel, nowadays in 2022, people are wanting to stay in this top of funnel for a very long time, upwards 20 to 30 touches before they even want to go to the next step, which is the pitch. And the pitch is going to be, hey, I'd love to talk to one of our sales leaders. Love to talk to you and kind of go through, the problem that our product sells. You have to have clarity of what that deal flow is. I like sending people to either an educational webinar or a specific video. If it's an enterprise type of account, that you would send them a specific video. So let's think about it. Where does your traffic go? Are you sending them to a landing page? Are you sending them to a team demo, right? These are the things that you have to know and add clarity. So you've identified who your key client is. You have figured out what we're going to do to bring them value. And then we know what the next step is. You know who you probably know who your best client is, and you probably know how to send them an invoice. But let's make sure that we are walking people through very respectful, timely steps that have a sequence, that are very respectful of how people want to be exposed to your product. You know, how do they want to go from not knowing your product to, oh, okay, I didn't know I had a problem. Wow, they actually solved this problem. You know what? Okay, they've sent me some pretty good stuff. They built up pretty good reciprocity. I think I want to talk to them about maybe what the next step would be. That's what we're trying to do. Then they go to the next step. And if they stop there, that's okay, because not everybody's ready to buy right when you want them to buy. But that's where the numbers come in, is make sure that you're going very broad to your ideal database, and have these conversations starting here so that when they are ready to individually go, they're ready to go. So what you're on right now is basically a landing page. This is an educational webinar landing page. And if you want, you could create one of these and you have them, you're bringing value. Every great sales association that I'm dealing with right now has a very clear landing page of value. And hopefully while you're going through this, you kind of go, okay, look, seems like a good guy. Seems like he's been in the business a long time. I'm trying to kind of smelling a pitch coming up later, but at least I'm learning something. It's probably what you're going through right now. I would be too. But there really isn't. So think about a landing page that you're driving people to. And then on that landing page, have clarity of a calendar they can get on, or call us today, or have a chat set up. Like, you've got to have it that people are willing to, or are capable of communicating with you on the way they want to. A lot of people nowadays are more comfortable with jumping on your calendar. Some people want to just get on the phone and call someone in your office. Some people want to just, talk to a chat. So have that next step. Okay, I've done the webinar. Have it a great way for them, if they are ready to communicate with us, ready. And then make sure that you have a system in place once people book it, right? Okay, well, now it's on. Well, do you have it set that maybe there's a 24-hour reminder, maybe a 30-minute reminder? Do you have it pinged that someone in your office calls and says, hey, I just thought I'd let you know, yeah, we've got you down for a meeting tomorrow at 3:00. Just want to confirm everything's okay. Have a system in place for reminders and rescheduling if necessary. Okay. So let's kind of just go through it, map it out, make sure you're presenting the real problem that you solve. Make sure you're presenting that real problem, and then keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. Let's not annoy people. Make sure that maybe you're going to 300 or 400 people that are your ideal audience, and then leave them alone. Hit them for a month and then leave them alone for 3 months, right? Yes, people don't want to be badgered, but they do want to be tastefully given value and nurtured. All right. So if you guys have any questions, you can take what I learned here today and share it, use it, implement it, have a clear traffic source to an ideal client, have an ideal pitch, and then you guys are probably already great at your conversion piece. If you want to schedule a call with me, my calendar's on here. I love talking to people about sales. So if we talk and we can solve a problem, fantastic. I'm not going to give you an hour. We're probably going to talk for about 15 minutes. But if you have like something you're stuck on or anything like that, and it's a strategy you want to talk about, let's do it. If there's a way we can help you as a company and do it for you, we would love to. But if not, really, I just love talking marketing. So if you guys want to just jump on my calendar, you're actually going to talk to me. You're not going to talk to one of our account managers or customer support people. Y'all are an important market for me. So if there's anything I can do to help help you, just let me know. Jump on my calendar. I'll be glad to help. And if there's anything I can do for you, really, just let me know. Thanks.